Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we're reviewing craft whiskey from New York. We're reviewing Taconic Distillery's Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Alrighty, so before we get into today's review, as always, please do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. All those great YouTube-y things helps us out a ton, so we appreciate that support. But let's get into this review. So we're reviewing Taconic Distillery's Straight Bourbon Whiskey. What the heck is that? First things first, before I talk anything about this bottle or review it, I do have to be honest and say that this bottle was provided to us by Taconic Distilleries. That being said, it is no way, shape, or form going to interfere with my ability to be completely honest regarding the review or anything, because they didn't give us any money for a good review. You can't buy that. I cannot abide by that. They just gave us some whiskey, so we appreciate them for that, but I'm going to be honest about this. So let's get into this bottle. So this is a craft distillery from New York. They are in, Stanfordville, New York, USA. I love that. So this is like a full-on craft whiskey. It's distilled, aged, and bottled all there by them. So that's dope. They're not sourcing anything, and I really like that. This is roughly around like $45-ish on the internet. Again, it was provided to me, so I didn't pay anything. So I don't know what it would be in my area or like your typical area. It's just what I found online was typically around $45-ish. It is 45% ABV, and it is a bourbon. But let's get into it. Craft whiskey from New York. It's citrusy and like, what's a great word? Like almost floral. Kind of reminds me of like a Four Roses, like a crafty Four Roses. Crafty Four Roses. Getting a little bit of like a lemon pepper. Yep, definitely like a little bit of like black pepper, some nice cinnamon. I know this is a bourbon, but I'm getting kind of like very heavy rye notes along with like a little bit of like a crafty funk and like huge amounts of like lemon and like orange. Little bit of like a nutmeg and some like vanilla as well. Not too much oak, not like any insane nuttiness or anything. It's very, very citrusy and like floral with like a little bit of like cinnamon, nutmeg, and like vanilla, kind of like a toffee type like caramel sweetness. It's definitely crafty. Like this is not your typical, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This is very abnormal, but again, New York and craft, you're going to see something different, and it's very heavy on the citrus and floral. I like it. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. Palate starts getting a little nuttier, a little bit of nuttiness, a huge orange, like a candied orange, nice vanilla, and still that nutmeg. It's very heavy on the nutmeg. It kind of got rid of the overall like that floral aspect I was getting on the nose. It's more like nuttier and earthier on the palate, but still with that candied orange and that like type of like citrusy fruit sweetness. A little bit of cherry on the palate, nice oak, nice caramel, nice little bit of citrus with that like candied orange, nice little bit of cherry. It's good. Viscosity's pretty solid for 90 proof, and finishes, I would say moderate. Finishes into like kind of like a spicy, like nutmeg, orange, and oaky. There's a weird, like, I don't know what that would be called. It's like a like peppery kind of like, it's like orange and pepper about mid palate that kind of is like a zinger. I really like it. I think it's interesting. This is, again, craft distillery from New York, so you're not going to know what you're getting unless if you've had their other products previously. But this is not your down the home plate traditional like MGP bourbon or Kentucky straight bourbon. It's bright, it's citrusy, it's like, it's playful, it kind of dances around a little bit. I must say I like it. That being said, for $45, it's a little bit of a gamble. So for me, I'm personally a buy. That being said, it's an interesting flavor. It's non-traditional. It's a little heavy on that citrus and floral aspect. That's why I was saying Four Roses. So if you're someone who's like into Four Roses and you kind of like crafty stuff, I think this is a buy for you. That being said, I'm going to say for your average bourbon drinker, I'm going to say this is a try before you buy. I like it. What I'm saying is it's interesting. It's interesting. It's abnormal. And for $45, that's a lot of money to spend on a bottle that you may or may not like. I like it. I think it's fun. It's interesting. It's a great sipper. Like, this is a great, let's say, kind of like spring sipper. That's where I'm going to be drinking this bottle. If I see any more of their products on the shelves or online or anything like that, and I'm looking for a new bourbon or a new rye, whatever the case may be, I'm definitely willing to try them more moving forward, because I think this pour is very, very fun and interesting. That being said, that's a wrap for this video. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those great YouTube-y things. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. In the comments down below, let me know what you guys thought about my review. Let me know what you guys think I should review next. I want to start trying to get into a little bit more crafty stuff. So, what are some crafty things I should check out? But cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.